the White House, believe me. But you have to get out there and you have to vote. You have to vote. Who's going to be voting? Who is going to be voting on Tuesday? Okay, but who's already voted? All right, you get out there and vote, because that's the whole thing. You know, we have a movement that this country has never seen. They're writing about it, they're talking about it all over the world, and we want to make sure it happens. Otherwise, to me, not quite the same, right? Not quite the same. We want to get it finished off. So get out there before Tuesday or on Tuesday, and let's finish it off. It's an honor to be here in North Carolina, a place I love. You know, I have right next to Charlotte a very, very successful job. I employ a lot of people. I pay a lot of salaries, and that's good. They're great people. It's a state that's produced many of the finest and bravest soldiers, airmen, sailors, Marines, ever to wear the uniform, known for it. I stand here tonight among true heroes. True heroes. I'm also honored to be among so many military families, wives, husbands, parents, and children who shoulder the burdens of war. Brave people. Let me begin by making you this very solemn promise. I will never, ever let you down. I will tell you that. You've been let down. You've been let down plenty over the years, believe me. I'm very proud to have the support of so many military and law enforcement groups all across this great nation. We have such incredible support. They're going out there voting. They've already voted. But we have unbelievable relationships with law enforcement and with the military and with our vets, which is the military. Believe me, the military plus two, our great vets, including the support of more than 200 top admirals and generals and 22 Medal of Honor recipients. We have many of them here with us tonight. We're joined by a number of those admirals and generals and 7 Medal of Honor recipients right behind me. And the Medal of Honor recipients with us tonight are Colonel Leon Thorness. Where's Colonel? Good. Raise your hand, Father. Oh, they're so much more brave than me. I wouldn't have done what they did. I'm brave in other ways. I'm brave. I'm financially brave. Big deal. He's a real brave. Command Sergeant Major Bob Patterson. Thanks, Bob. We travel together. Navy SEAL Mike Thornton. We travel together. Tough cookie. Sergeant Major Benny Atkins. Colonel Joe Marm. And Master Sergeant Leroy Petrie. Amazing people. These are amazing people. A lot of amazing people right out here, too. A lot of our friends. Tough cookies. I'm not going to be playing with them, I'm telling you. I'm not going to do that. I saw somebody backstage, big, strong, powerful. I said to the guys, you think I could take this guy in a fight? You think I could take him? They all said no. I said, I agree. Okay. These men displayed to the whole world the unyielding strength, courage, and grit of the United States of America. They went above and beyond the call of duty, thought nothing of their own safety, you understand that, in order to protect their fellow man, and acted with a bravery that will etch their legacy into the history of their nation and this nation. It is their nation. It's our nation. We're going to bring back our nation. We're going to bring it back to greatness like it hasn't seen. Not far from here is Fort Bragg, the second largest military base in the world. It's the home of the 82nd Airborne Division, the most decorated unit in U.S. military, and our Army Special Forces, great people, know many, many of them, great, great people, who even today are serving in harm's way overseas. Just in the last 24 hours, this country lost 2 soldiers in combat in Afghanistan. And it's a reminder of what our warriors and their families, like those at Fort Bragg and across all of North Carolina, sacrifice for our country. We have a great country, and we have great, great people in this country. And I've seen that over the last year and a half, traveling all over. I've gotten to see so many unbelievable people. We owe them a debt we can never really repay. Our special forces here at Fort Bragg have been the tip of the spear in fighting terrorism. Believe me, we're going to fight terrorism. We're going to get rid of ISIS. We're going to get rid of them fast. All we need is leadership at the top level. You understand what I mean, right? Does everybody understand? Believe me. The war we never win. The motto of our Army Special Forces is to free the oppressed. And that is exactly what they have been doing and what we will do. The military families of North Carolina have shed their blood and poured out their hearts for our country. If given the honor of serving as your president, it will be my solemn duty to ensure the following. All men and women in uniform will have the supplies, the support, the equipment, the medical care, and the resources they need to get the job properly done. Full and proper funding for all branches of the American Armed Services. And you have that from me, folks. Not about the sequester, take away from our military. And you know what I mean. A commitment from our allies to pay their fair share of our military burden. You know, I brought that up. Nobody's ever brought that up, right? But we're protecting people all over the world, and they're not treating us properly. And they will. They will. Our allies will. But somebody has to ask them. I'll ask them. They will. We'll have better relationships than we have right now, far better. And you all understand what I mean. Support for military families, including jobs, education, and housing. The best care in the world for our unbelievable, great veterans. And the veterans have supported me as much as anybody else. And they know what I'm talking about. They have not been treated fairly or properly, both at the public VA facilities as well as the right to see private doctors of their choice if they're not getting the service they need. And you know they're not getting that service. People are waiting in line. Veterans are waiting in line for 7 days, 8 days, 12 days. And I won't mention numbers, but you know what's going on with certain rates of suicide and things. You don't even like talking about it. Hard to believe when you hear the numbers. 22 a day. Hard to believe. Inconceivable. And oftentimes they're waiting for a simple procedure or a simple prescription. And that stuff is not going to happen anymore, folks. You're a great people. You're our great people. You are our great people. That's not going to happen. And finally, a commitment to only engage the use of military forces when it's vital for national security interests of the United States. We will stop trying to build foreign democracies, topple regimes, and race recklessly to intervene in situations that we have no right to be there, folks. We want strength in this country. We want to protect our country. Instead, our focus must be on keeping America safe and on destroying ISIS. We have no choice on that. and defeating radical Islamic terrorism. We will defeat it.